back with you starting right now. How about that? How about this Monday squad? We are ready to roll. Orlovsky is here. Schefter is here. Tannenbaum is here. We've got tons of football. We're 2.5 weeks to the kick of the season, and we had a statement performance last night.
There was a game last night?
From the #1 overall. Oh, talk to me.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, you tell me. Caleb, in his first action that we've gotten to see, with Ben Johnson as his head coach. There's Ben on the sideline, and this on the opening drive for the tight end.
This is awesome. Down the middle of the field, he sees the safety splits, and that ball doesn't get but 8 feet off the ground. An absolute laser over the top by Caleb Williams.
Yeah, they've got 2 tight ends. They drafted one this past year in the first round.
Colston Loveland, they threw him the first snap of the game to him, and then this is really nice by Caleb Williams. Sees those backers low, floats it over the top. I love the timing of it, and that ball is fully extended. What a start for this offense.
Shefty, where'd he go to college again?
Michigan.
That's correct. Now, here's Caleb. Dan, you like this play, just get out of trouble.
It's 2nd and 5. We call a play action. It's not there. Our protection breaks down. Don't try and do too much because it gets us to 3rd and 5. We get a little bit of switch release versus man coverage. OZ takes it to the house, and I mentioned it. What a beautiful start, not only for Caleb Williams, but for that offense. See the separation. Ball comes out on time. That equals the yards after the catch run.
97 passing yards on the opening drive for Caleb Williams to take the 7-0 lead, and then how about this?
Can't do it better. I mean, when it comes to throwing it out to the field versus man coverage, ball's placed perfectly.
He winds up 6 of 10, 107 yards and a touchdown. Caleb, talk to me.
So a month ago, I think I've grown a lot. Now, my mindset is, keep growing. I think the idea is to be able to handle every single thing that I can, and everything that Ben says that, I should be able to handle. Being able to do that consistently over the next couple years is, important for me.
I thought really the 3 days of practice we had this week and this game were the most he's stacked up good days in a row right now. And so the challenge is going to be to keep pushing in that direction.
So once again, the numbers 6 of 10, 107 yards, the touchdown. The Bears won 38-0, by the way, for what that's worth in the preseason. But let's dig into it a little bit more. The numbers sound great. The highlights look great. How did the tape look?
Dream start. And all the things that you wanted to see from Caleb Williams, you saw it. All season, or all offseason, we've talked about timing and rhythm. Can you get the ball out where it's supposed to be at the right time? And that's exactly what we saw from Caleb Williams. And it started really from the second pass of the game. Look at 1, 2, 3 hitch, ball comes out, 2.11 seconds. That's flawless when it comes to a huge chunk down the field. Pay attention to his feet here, okay? 1, 2, 3, ball comes out, 2 seconds. The issue with Caleb for the longest time is holding on to the football. This is a beautiful throw to Loveland over the middle of the field. This is getting to his second hitch. 1, 2, 3, 2.27 seconds. And these aren't dink and dunk throws. These are throws that are going down the field. 2.1, 2.0, 2.2, 2.06. So if we were just don't care about the end result, what did it look like when it comes to, is he playing on time? Is the ball going to the right place at the right time? Threw the ball 10 times last night. Okay, 2 of them were like throwaways, and 1 of them was a bootleg. So 7 passes from the pocket. He goes 6 of 7 when it comes to 1, 2, 3, and hitch means I get to the top of my drop and I get up 1 time. 6 out of those 7 were in 1 hitch. That's tremendous growth. You have to give him credit. That was the big question. Last night, at least, answered.
Yeah, Green, his eyes and his feet were tied together. That means he was confident and he knew where to go with the ball. And as Dan alluded to, 3 of those targets went to tight ends. This could be a very difficult offense to defend. Hebo gave me a great stat. Last year, they had 59 drives when he was sacked. They only scored 15% of the time. When you could avoid the negative play like he did, this is going to be a very difficult team to defend. And what I like about this TD pass in particular is he led OZ up the field where he'd then make a play after the catch.
But Mike T, to jump on that point real quick, it's not only leading him up the field, it's getting the ball out right out of that receiver's break, because the window then goes from an 8-yard window on time to a 4-yard window. Instead of a run and catch touchdown, it's a first down, but it's not a 38-yard touchdown pass.
The new Bears head coach, Ben Johnson, spent the summer intentionally overloading Caleb Williams, giving him more than most people would be able to handle. And there were questions about how well he would be able to pick up the offense. There were people saying during the summer that he was struggling. It's going to be a process. Dan, didn't you say it would take him years to learn this offense?
I think it takes him 2 years to completely learn it. Absolutely, to master it.
Okay, and that may in fact be true. But again, Ben Johnson made his life difficult in training camp because he was testing him out to see what he could and couldn't grasp, to see what he could and couldn't give him. Last night, I know they're playing a vanilla Buffalo defense, but he looked sharp. He looked effective. He got rid of the ball, and it looked like it should last night.
Adam, I work with Ben Johnson in Miami. That's exactly who he is. The standards are the standards, and Caleb Williams is going to rise to it. You know, we looked at Caleb Williams' SC tape last week on the show just to remind everybody, he's a talented guy, and if Ben Johnson just keeps getting this progress out of him with those 2 tight ends and 3 receivers, this division becomes very interesting.
Yeah, you have to be, if you're Chicago, and Ben Johnson saying the 3 days that led up to the game practice-wise and then the game were the best he's strung it all together,
right.
You have to walk away remarkably confident and excited and hopeful. And I remember Gary Kubiak and Kyle Shanahan because it comes from the same scheme offensively. Bill Walsh started it years and years ago, I believe, that West Coast, right? So your feet tell you where and when to throw the football, where and when to throw the football. Caleb's never done that. That's never been his game. And that was the big, question mark and hesitation for me when it came to this marriage. And to watch him do it last night, that's a big deal. That's not a little deal. And the 2nd and 5 throwaway is because last year he would try to run around, do something with it, and make some heroic play. And to me, the 2nd and 5 throwaway where he just wastes the ball, this play, this tells me I trust the people around me. I don't have to go be a hero. That's growth.
And it's one night and it's one preseason game.
Right.
The Bears went after Ben Johnson because they felt like he could revitalize Caleb Williams, get him to where he needed to be. And last night, the Chicago Bears, 38 points in a preseason game, 528 yards, 31 first downs. They look like an offensive machine. One preseason game, sure. I got it, but that's the way it's supposed to look.
I'm sitting here trying not to laugh because I do this every year to myself. Every year I promise myself I'm not going to overreact to the preseason. I'm not going to make a big deal over what I see. These things, they count, but they don't count, but they matter. All the expressions that we use. Yesterday morning when I woke up, I would have said to you if you had asked me, I'm a little worried Caleb Williams is going to be a bust. And last night, after watching 2 drives, I'm sitting here saying Caleb Williams is going to be awesome. The Bears' offense is going to be unstoppable. They're going to make the playoffs this year. I'm basing that. I'm doing literally the opposite.
What about you? You keep your emotions in check and you don't get carried away.
I am overreacting. I am a professional overreactor. That's exactly what you wanted it to look like, right? When you said, what should this look like? We put this tape on and say, this is what this should look like.
100%. And that's all we can go off of. Because if Caleb went into last night and he's hitch, and he's not getting rid of the football, then that also would be concerning. So all we have to go off of is what that looked like. While that is being said, and this is not me poo-pooing on the night or anything like that, he will not see more vanilla coverages than he saw last night. He saw cover 3, cover 2, and cover 1.